Man. Oh, shoot. Get me a little gummy. Real quick. What is that? Cherry? Mm-hmm. Yep. Uh-huh. Yeah, I know. Man, that was good. What is up, my family, my listeners, my supporters, my friends? It is absolutely great to be where we are today, right? It is December, right? As you're listening to this, happy Tuesday. I hope you're having a fantastic day, right? It really starts with attitude. And, I was thinking to myself on, if you really think about it, success is just as stressful as failure. And the reason why that is so true is because if you think about it, when you're doing good, you think about how you want to do better, or you feel like you're not good enough, whatever it is that you're doing, right? I think with the podcast and the card game, it has been a tremendous journey, especially this year. There's so many other things I am so excited for me to share with you guys. And this is coming with events. This is coming with people that are going to come on the podcast. Being able to just grow individually allows me to also grow professionally, right? I think a lot of times when we think about success, we think about success being an external thing, right? Like something that we have to go and get, right? If it's money, it's outside of us, right? Or if it's clothes, that's outside, right? Or if it's someone else to fulfill that feeling or need, that's outside from us. But what really makes you feel successful is the mindset and the thoughts that you give yourself. Like, this is a thing that, you know, people be saying, right? I be seeing on social media, there be some things I be running into that I'd be like, yeah, that I totally agree. There's certain things that people preach, and it so happens to be a thing that we're still struggling with, right? I think, of course, at a moment in my time, I thought success was being, rich with money or what I have and all these things. But it really changes the narrative when you start looking at what you have more of an investment, right? What do you have that is investing into yourself, right? Like, I want to learn how to play guitar, or I want to learn how to dance, or maybe I just want to, take a couple boxing lessons. Whatever it is for you, it's just you have to think about the small wins, right? You got to think about the consistency. And that's what allows you to feel a little bit of that success. Or when you say you're going to go do something, own up to it, right? Like, raise your hand if you're one of those people that can potentially tell themselves something and then you don't do it. And then you think about, oh, darn, I didn't even do it. And then you just keep contemplating on the fact that you're going to do it, but then you don't do it, right? So it starts with your attitude. When you wake up, you just say, today is going to be a great day because I said so, right? And when you can allow that mindset to shift you in a more positive, focused state of mind, you can almost attack anything, right? Because I think what happens is that when we're trying to be successful, a little bit of it is to show off, right? A little bit of it is to show a little bit of revenge. Like, oh, I want to be successful because I want to prove to all the people that let me down that I'm better than what they left me for or what they did to me. And I think what happens is that although that is a great form of motivation, right? Trying to prove yourself to someone else is great, but that has only so much fuel that is not going to fuel you all the way to the top, because there's different levels to the top. You know what I mean? Like, you get to the top, you realize, oh, wait, there's another top to the top. Like, how many tops is there? Right? Because we all are trying to strive and then survive through all the things that we're going through, right? We got family, we got friends, we got circumstances, living situation, food expensive. Like, I've seen, bro, A mango is like $6, $8. I might be dramatic, but it's like at this point, like, is this made out of gold? Because, and mind you, like, I don't know what's going on, but these supermarkets, they're having these prices go even more higher when it says organic. But hey, that's another topic, right? Let me not go on the tangent. The point is that to be successful, you have to learn how to be okay with yourself. Because the more success you get, you're not gonna get happier because you got that car. You're not gonna be happier because you got that job, that position, you that promotion, that person that you've been longing for because you had a crush for them for so long. No, even when you get that, there's always gonna be something more, and you're always gonna be looking for external fulfillment when fulfillment should be from within. It should be from where how you feel. And with those feelings, it creates thoughts. And these thoughts is what you can manifest. And what you manifest can come to reality. It's a whole thing. It's a whole process, right? You choose what you want to believe, right? You got to believe to see, not see to believe, right? And it's one of those things where you have to enjoy the hard times and the good times. And of course, you might be saying, "Well, I don't want to go through hard times, right? I don't why but why? Like that makes no sense." Absolutely, I totally get you. But honestly, for me, coming out of certain hard times, dark moments when I just felt like I had nothing, those moments is the moments when I realized on how much potential I have for myself, who I am, right? Who I want to become. And with that mindset, it changed me completely. I don't even know who I was 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Like I always say, figuratively speaking, is that I don't even feel like I'm myself, right? I like died and I was born again, right? And that might sound crazy, but nah, it is crazy, because I can't even fathom myself on the kind of mannerisms that I had. And this is just coming from what I was around, right? What I'm around is what cultivated, conditioned me into a point of where it made me as this result. And the result led me into the same result that I was. And I was bad, right? I'm talking about attitude. I'm talking about maybe certain behaviors, habits, maybe the things I've said, maybe the things I listened to. And we could even keep going, even the things that I ate, right? There's so many influences that make us feel, that make us think, that make us motivated, inspired, that we need to start sitting back real quick and think about, okay, what am I listening to? And with what I'm listening to, am I liking it because of what I'm hearing? You know what I mean? Because let's just go into music, right? I love music, and there's a lot of music out there that we can listen to that sometimes it is just a beat. But at the same time, you got to think about that kind of energy that they putting out there. And every time when we're doing these solo episodes, I'm always going to go back and forth with energy, right? To whatever, anything you do, if it's communicating, if it's interpersonal, right? Or intrapersonal, right? That means like relationships with other people, or within the relationship you have with yourself. It's an energy. What you think is an energy. We live in a quantum field of energy, right? Like how many times you watch a movie and then you get goosebumps, right? That's energy. That you felt that. You felt that through a screen. You felt that through an emotion. It was a reaction through your body that responded. You know what I mean? And I think we need to be a lot more aware on those kind of things. When I did the meditation retreat, I'm starting to realize a lot of the things that I'm grabbing from there. And one of the things I'm grabbing right now is that with every sensation that you feel, right? And a sensation are within all your five senses. What you smell, what you touch, what you hear, all these things, these sensations, we have to be more understanding of them and not be too addicted to a certain sensation, right? Like addicted to doom scrolling, right? Like going through your phone and doom scrolling, that's a sensation. You're looking to get entertained, you get entertained, and then sometimes you don't, so you keep swiping and hoping that the next one is something gonna entertain you, and you just keep going and keep going. I've done it, right? But after a while, you gotta like smack out of it. I don't know, but there'd be times where I'd be like, I just like, and I throw my phone. I just be dramatic about it because I'm alright. I gotta let it go. No more. And I mean, one thing is that in the day and age that we're at right now, especially, we think about how technology is everywhere, right? It's just more simple to use technology. So now it goes into, okay, well, if being successful is a mindset, and if I'm thinking about mindset and what influences me, right? We're going deep, right? We're talking about how do we want to be successful, and if you want to be successful, it starts with you first, right? It doesn't start with what you got, right? It doesn't. It's not about what you have. It's about who you are, right? Who you are is what makes you successful, right? You can have all the things that make you look successful, but it doesn't mean you are successful because you're not gonna exhibit the look of what success looks like. If you're down or if you see someone down and mopey and stuff like that, they might not look like a successful person. They look like they've been having a hard day, right? How many times you might see someone that you walk in and you see someone, damn, they look like they had a hard day, right? And who knows, right? What's going on? But the fact is that we're talking about you. You that are listening, driving, if you're cooking, whatever it is. I hope you're listening right now. And if you're watching me on YouTube, okay, then we vibing right now. We got the back. You see the back? See, if you guys don't know, we're slowly going up with the look and stuff. I'm like trying a couple things. I need more lighting. I got a couple things coming in. I'm just excited, right? And I think, that feeling of just being consistent, believing in myself is that success. I feel successful because of how I talk to myself and what I'm not gonna allow influence me, right? People is what influences you, right? The people that you're around, the things that you listen to. I've said it already a couple times now. So to be successful, you need to think about what is gonna invest into you that make you better, right? There's a whole bunch of things. And this is very circumstantial. As you are listening to this, I want you to think about what are the people that are in my life that I don't necessarily want in my life at all, or like you just want a little bit less, right? It's never to cut people off or anything like that because sometimes that's not realistic, right? Sometimes it could be family. But at the end of the day, you can limit the time that you have with someone, which like in my last solo episode, I was talking about prioritizing energy. You gotta just think about how much energy is this gonna take from me, right? And then this is still going on the fact that this is what is going to make you successful because you're prioritizing. And when you could prioritize, you can then focus. And if you can have focus, then you could put your attention on what's important. And when you could put your attention to what's important, then you have intention on what you're doing, right? Everything is intentional in this world. In this podcast, we talk about intention, right? At least let yourself know on why you're doing it. And what are you doing it for? Like, is it good for you, right? Of course, you might have your days when you're just like, you know what? I'm just trying to relax. I don't want to do anything, right? Some people have guilty pleasures. Whatever is your guilty pleasure, that's absolutely fine, right? We got to delegate. We're human, right? We're not perfect. Success is not about being perfect. Success is not about people pleasing. Success is about a feeling of fulfillment, a feeling of enlightenment. So that every time when you walk out that door, you be like, you know what? I got this. I got this. Today's going to be a good day. And even if I have a day that I didn't expect and it was actually, came out to be the worst, I'm still going to be like, you know what? Whatever, good or bad, who knows? Because tomorrow I got another chance. I got another day ahead of me, and we're just gonna start all over. And that is a very hard mindset. Trust and believe me. I be having those days that I'm just like, damn, I don't want to do nothing, or I'm just down. But as long as you talk to yourself nice, right? If you talk to yourself with kindness, with empathy, then you're able to do that to someone else. Practice with yourself and use the opportunity to talk yourself in the mirror and just talk to yourself, right? That's what makes you successful. And there's so many other pieces that get into what is to be successful, but it really just starts with you. And with 2025 around the corner, we got the holidays, all this pressure, getting presents. We already know how they may be. You start thinking about, are you good enough? And trust me, as you are listening, my friend, you are more than good enough. And you are blessed. You have every opportunity in your hands. All you got to do is reach. And trust me, with all the support that I've been getting from you guys and with buying the card game and just telling me about all the progress that, we've made because we did it together. I wouldn't be here without you guys. I appreciate you so much. And 2025 is going to be fantastic. I think we have one more episode before we go into the new year. So we got this episode as you are listening to, and then we got one more bi-weekly, which I believe is the 31st of December, and it's gonna be an awesome one. I'm gonna be spending time with family, and I hope you have a great time with your family or just a great holiday overall. I hope you guys got something from this episode, and definitely let me know if there's any other topics that strike your mind. Leave it down below. If you're on YouTube, you could DM me, and if you know me personally, just let me know. I'm always open to seeing about a topic that I'll be willing to talk about, because there's a lot of things to talk about, and I think as we are trying to grow as individuals, we should talk about everything that we can with every kind of curiosity that is within us. So yeah, guys, man, I am speechless with my words, and it's like I always say to my friends: some things are meant to just be felt and not explained, and that is definitely one of those. So until next time, you guys be easy. Peace.